What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here from Muscle Serpents Daily, and I have a beautiful Burmese Python. This is a hypo granite double hat albino green Burmese Python around my shoulders. I don't know if you've seen her. I told you a story about her. The only nasty Burmese Python I ever had was this girl when I first got her. She was so skittish. She didn't want to be handled for nothing, and she had her first clutch of eggs about 2 years ago, and ever since then she's become a sweetheart. So maybe motherhood mellowed her out. So she's great. She's my biggest sperm I have right now. So hopefully I'm going to be able to keep her. Now I have my support US ARC shirt on. If you guys haven't gotten it, go over to US ARC Florida and on the Facebook page there, and you can purchase these shirts to support. You can also sign up. You can donate. They're fighting the fight, guys. And I believe this Thursday there's a big hearing that could possibly overturn this new law they're trying to put into effect that would prevent us from having tegus in Florida here, iguanas, green iguanas, and berms and retics, and African rock pythons and everything on that list. So I don't want to have to get rid of my berms. I know I love them, I breed them, I educate with them, and I want people to know that these are great pets. They're gentle giants if you take care of them properly. The licensing process that they've had here in Florida through Florida Fish and Wildlife has worked for over 10 years now. Why the state stepped in unconstitutionally and tried to make this law and kind of sneak it in through a fishing law on the back end of a fishing law, I don't know. Hopefully this will be overturned and we will be able to keep our berms and continue breeding and doing all that great stuff, obviously through the licensing process that we're currently doing right now. That would be awesome. I'm just waiting to hear that good news. And hopefully, that'll benefit everyone, because, I really have some great stuff planned for the coming months. Hopefully, maybe even get to breed those Pieds this year, and that would be super exciting. So we're going to go in and going to take a look. I don't have anything that has hatched new today, but I'm going to look at some of the babies that we've produced, some of these ball python babies, some boa babies that we produced that are kind of pretty spectacular, and show you what really excites me about the 2020 year. We still have stuff in the incubator that is going to hatch over the next couple of weeks, so we're not done yet. But the great stuff is, as the stuff starts to grow and shed, we're gonna start to see more and more what exactly we have. A lot of stuff I couldn't even identify on first hatching. So, all right, say hello, 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 hello. We're going into the snake room. We're gonna take a look at some cool baby snakes. Here's one of my beautiful baby hypo granite, just like the mama I just showed you. This will be a 66% het, albino and green, because both parents were hets. But you can see, look at that, they're so beautiful, these hypo granites. You don't even need albino in here. They're just gorgeous in their own right. That's why I got the parents to begin with. I like having some albino stuff. I like having some non. I think hypo granite is one of the most beautiful berm morphs out there. I guarantee if it was just founded, she's a little wound up. If it was just founded, people would go crazy over this thing. They would be like, I have to have this, because it's that pretty. So I'm pretty excited. I got a bunch of these males and females of this exact combination. So if you guys are interested, I still have a few left. I haven't even listed these, but people have been just contacting me and buying them. So if don't wait. Once again, I have about I think I have 3 males and 3 females. So let me know if maybe even you want to get a pair and kind of produce some of the same stuff I produced. That was a female I showed you. This is a male hypo granite. He's a little bit different pattern. She was lighter. He's a little darker, but he's got some more cool looking pattern going on here. And once again, these are putting on. I feed these very slow. I've been feeding them like hopper mice. Maybe now I think we're up to medium till some of them get a few large mice, but they can eat more than that. But I'm not looking to grow these things too fast, because obviously these are not going to be staying here. This is part of the ENIGMA line that was produced by Cold-Hearted Reptiles, and it's like kind of like a genetic paradox. So you see a little bit of paradoxing in some of these berms. I'm going to show you one of the babies that I'm talking about. But this is another hypo granite double het albino green male. Here is a male granite. It has some paradoxing in it. I originally thought it was a green granite, but if you look at the back of it, it's completely granite. It's not green granite. It's just granite with paradoxing in it. And this is genetically inherited. It is, once again, it's part of what they call the ENIGMA line. And this male is kind of cool because, once again, this paradoxing is somehow inherent. I don't know if it's polygenic or if it's a recessive type of or situation, you know, in terms of inheritance, but this one really came out really paradoxed. So, and this line has been known to do that. Look at a beautiful, beautiful male here. It is available. You guys can let me know, and I will hook you up with something here. This guy is, though, seriously unique. All right, now this female here is a green granite. This is a true green granite because you can, once again, they're a little frisky when they're little. They calm down so much, it's amazing. You saw the female I took up, but she's green granite because green is the patternless berm, and then she's granite. So you see some granite lookingness to her, and then most of her is green, but it's all, you see the patternless throughout the whole body, whereas the other one had partial granite in it. That you could tell was a paradox. This one may have some paradoxing too, but it's certainly, this is a typical green granite that I've seen. Hypo green granites are like yellowish and look like this. I didn't produce any this time. Last time I produced a bunch of hypo green granites, which were sold very quickly. People really love those. But this female, excuse me, is gorgeous. Look at that head. I love a patternless berm head. I don't know what it is. It just looks super, super, super neat. I don't know. It almost looks like a different type of snake. And once again, you can hear them blowing air. Berms love to blow air. That's like their defense mechanism. Most of the time they're strikes or bluffs. They just like to blow the air and try to scare away predators. It's almost like a rattlesnake using their rattles. Gorgeous, gorgeous female, available too, let me know. A few guys had asked me about my Panther project. I had produced last year some Super Panther Pieds that had Pastel in them. This is the female here that I've been growing up. She is a Super Panther Pastel, possibly Super Pastel. I thought she was Super Pastel when she was first born. Right now she's looking like she's like Pastel, but this is Super Panther Pastel Pied. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look, I mean, she keeps changing. When she was like born, she had like, this was like almost rust colored, like it was like all rusty spots it looked like. Now it really is, it has become more enhanced, and usually when they get older they lose some of the wow factor, you know, these ball pythons. Not this girl. She is just, look at the outline, that dark little outline, like someone cut it out almost, you know, she's got that all over. And this is, I just think she got almost better with age, you know, although she was really cool, interesting looking when she was a baby. She's put on good size, she's a great eater. I really like this project. I only produced 2 babies, a male and a female, so obviously I had to keep them back. I didn't put them up for sale. And this year, for some reason, the female, the mama of this one didn't go. I don't know why, she just didn't produce any eggs, so. No, you guys are gonna have to wait for Panther Pieds. And it's funny because I bred the Panther, the single copy Panther Pied to a couple other females, and they didn't go this year. So this is it from last year, and that's it. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens this coming season. I'll probably produce a ton of them. So for those of you who have asked me about purchasing a Panther or Super Panther Pied, you're gonna have to wait till the 2021 season. Let's look at the male for a second. And here's my male. I keep them, these guys love to stay in these small little racks. They eat so much better. Here's the male. The male, actually, I thought the female was a Super Pastel and the male was a regular Pastel. Now I think they almost look the same. But he also has that spectacular outlining here on his pattern. Really nice looking snake, and hopefully I will breed these 2 together to produce some pure Super Panther Pieds that obviously are Pastel, Super Pastel. So that'll be good once these guys are breeding size, because then you guys don't have to worry, hey, do I have a Panther Pied? Or do I have a Super? Or do I have this? Or they'll all be Super Panther Pieds. It'll be like the homozygous breedings. So, and I think that's gonna look better. I think it's gonna be much better. This way people could take those homozygous and then breed them into other things, which is what I'm looking to do. This male will probably go this year. We'll probably hopefully breed with a couple of pied females I have in mind, so I could produce absolute definitive, you know, I'll know that there's Panther gene in there, because he has got 2 copies now. He's going to definitely give 1 copy to any female I breed him to. All right, here's what I believe to be my Super Mandarin male I produced this year, this little runty little boy. He's super colored. There's no other morph in here except for the Mandarin gene, so I'm pretty sure this is a super Mandarin I produced from Mandarin to Mandarin breeding. I've been having to feed him like really small prey items because he's so tiny. I mean, I don't know if you can really get it true. I'll put my hand next to him so you can see. I mean, he is teeny. So hopefully, you know, he'll continue to eat and we'll get him up to size and he'll be fine. But he is the runtiest little ball python I think I've ever produced. But spectacular colored, so he makes up for it. He packs a lot of punch in his coloration there. I love the head pattern. That Mandarin gene is just really so much. It's so different than Orange Dream when you get it in this form. And you can see it's like really like a reddish orange. I don't even know if the camera can pick it up. It's kind of really interesting looking. Let's see some of his. Let's see his brother. All right, there's his brother, who's way bigger, not a runt at all. I think he's just a high expression Mandarin. I don't think he's a super Mandarin. But he certainly is way higher expression than any other Mandarin I've produced, that's for sure. He's got a lot of red in him and just, I mean, I've produced some lower expression ones and they produce, you know what, the lower expression ones I bred and they produced great babies, so you don't know, you know, you really don't know. But this guy has got a lot of color. Look at the head, just really nice. Let's look at the sister. Now here's the sister. The sister, I'm almost wondering if she is also a super Mandarin. She's really red, orange, burnt color. You know, I just think that I think she's more than just a high expression. I think that she's a super Mandarin. She's if I put her next to her brother, let's see if we can pull the brother out here. You can see the difference. I mean, there is a difference, you know. He's high expression. I think she's super Mandarin. But we'll let her grow up. I'm probably gonna hold back most of this. I might just let go. He might go since if the little runty guy makes it. She's definitely gonna stay because I think she's super Mandarin. Really nice. And now once I grow these guys up, now I can start putting other genes into them, knowing that everything we produce is gonna have Mandarin in it. Because sometimes Mandarin in its single form is tough. It's a tough thing to see, you know, because some of them are really low expression, and you have to try to have just like a good eye for it. The good thing is the Mandarin does change the pattern, so this does not look like just a normal ball python. It changes the whole this pattern of how this comes out, almost like some of these other genes will, like the Pastel gene will mess it up too. So that kind of is a tip off that you have a Mandarin that you're dealing with and not just a normal. You know, here's a low expression female Mandarin from 2019 that I have for sale. She's putting on a nice size right now. And you can tell there's no other gene in here except Mandarin. So she's certainly not a normal. And so you can tell, all right, even though she's not super crazy red, she's definitely Mandarin and carries that gene. And so that's the differentiation. When you see her though, and then you look at this, you can tell that's super Mandarin and that's single Mandarin. And that's why that male also might be, you know, he might not be high expression, he might be a super Mandarin as well. All right, here's a holdback super fire female that I produced in 19, who's putting on some nice size. She is also possibly super orange, she's also possible orange dream and spider. And she's 100% head clown, so really nice. I kept her back because she's such a beautiful super fire. I mean, she's got no yellows in her whatsoever, which tells me, and she's got like almost, it's hard to pick it up on the camera, almost an orange tinge. I think that's why she's orange dream. And I don't see any spider-like movements from her, but she could be spider as well. Once again, that head clown is also super appealing. Everyone loves fire clowns. And with this girl, you can produce, everything you're gonna produce is gonna be fire, obviously. And so if we get a visible clown with her, if we breed her to a male clown, we're gonna get, everything's gonna have fire in it, which is gonna be great. And then obviously we could get surprised with a little orange dream if we're lucky. So I couldn't kind of get rid of her, I had to keep her. I had a bunch of these super fires. I actually still have two males super fires that are possible orange dream and spider, and that are also het clown. If anyone's interested, you can let me know. From 2019, so they're probably almost ready to breed this year or this coming season. So here's my holdback. Once again, the whitest looking super fire I've produced ever. So and once again, you can see pinks and oranges in her if you look really carefully. That's just like, to me, that's cool. And you could almost make out her pattern. I bet if I put a black light on her, we would see exactly, you know, what's in there. I don't know if we would see the orange dream in there, but we probably could see if there's like a spider pattern in there or something like that. It almost looks like it to me. Let's pull the black light out. All right, we got our black light, which is really a UV light, on this super fire, and we're going to see if we can see any pattern whatsoever here. I'm not really making out anything. I'm not really getting anything. I'm seeing a little bit of some splotches, but nothing that's definitive for me. I'm not really seeing anything. Maybe you guys can see it. I don't really see anything that's making me say, whoa, we got this, so we got that. I see a little bit of like stuff, orangey stuff going on here. So that might be the orange dream in there. See the little yellowish orange right there, blotch on the neck bend. So we might have some orange dream in here. That's always been my suspicion, just because she's so white. Because that orange dream will kind of erase some of that pattern. All right, well, pretty cool. I like doing this. Makes me feel like I'm like a real technical scientist here. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. You know, we took a little hodgepodge of this, a little hodgepodge of that. Got a little Burm education. Once again, guys, you got to support USARK Florida. We're fighting the fight. We're saving not only our reptiles and snakes here in Florida, but it's going to go for you guys too, because you know what? A lot of the tegus and great albino, you know, different morphs in the iguanas all come from down here in Florida. So if you guys in the rest of the country want to be able to benefit from what's being bred down here, tegu and iguana-wise, you got to support us. Likewise, Burms, retics, anacondas, all these big snakes, you know, if they can ban them here, they can ban them in other states as well. And they already have. In New York, you can't have any of that. So we got to really support USARK here, because they're fighting the fight. And you know what? It's totally unconstitutional what's being done to this market down here. And I hope they overturn it. I really do. I have a good feeling inside. And I think we have the right people defending us. And I've talked to a lot of higher ups who are, you know, fighting the fight. And they're, you know, they're feeling confident, you know, but at the same time, we want to do this the right way. And you got to do it legally. And unfortunately, it's very expensive to fight legal battles, as any of you who have gone to court probably know. So help USARK Florida. Check out their Facebook page. Donate, buy a t-shirt, whatever you got to do to support them, because they're supporting us. All right, guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. See you back tomorrow morning.